Hey, morning coffee with Cliff. A little bit different way of broadcasting this morning. So glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribed to the channel. And listen, I'm live once again from the island. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Let me know in the chat where you're from. I will get to your comments as I always do. And lately, I've been going live in these morning sessions from inside my makeshift studio here at the island. But I think some people, they wonder, are you really on an island? Are you really in the middle of the St. Lawrence River in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York? And yes, I actually am. So today I was thinking about how I can best serve you. What if that was the question we answered every day, even if it's just for those that are in proximity to us, those who are around us the most? What if we just asked that question? How can I best serve you today? What if you did that with your spouse, your mother, your father, your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, maybe just even your neighbor? How can I best serve you today? And so I asked that question. How can I best serve you today? First of all, turn on the damn camera and get on the live session this morning. And here we are. The best thing you can do is take some kind of action. Move. Make a big decision. Turn the damn camera on. I was mulling over the subject matter I was going to be talking about today, and then I realized what's the best way that I could serve you today is to just turn on the camera and go. I've been studying. I've been immersed in personal growth, self-improvement for over 40 years. And so obviously I should have already in my repertoire of thoughts something that could serve you better. And I'm distracted. I have some beautiful fishermen over here. And this is one of the best, probably smallmouth bass fisheries in the United States of America, if not the world. And a lot of bass tournaments take place right here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I don't know if you can hear that. It's quiet. Sometimes, depending on how the wind is blowing, it's amazing how wind affects the sound. Most of the time here on the island, I cannot hear any sound of vehicles on any roads anywhere. Now, on rare occasions, depending on how the atmosphere is and the wind is, I can hear actually traffic from a highway that's about 3 to 4 miles on the mainland from here at my island in Hammond, New York. Glad to have you here. I got some fishermen here, and they are out here pretty much by themselves this morning. Boat traffic is getting lighter and lighter as we get later in the season here. A lot of the kids have gone back to school, so people have returned to where they live in the off season when they're not here on their summer islands or summer cottages, even if it's on the mainland here in the Thousand Islands, New York. And I'm in Chippewa Bay, New York. I don't know why I'm talking softer. I don't think I can bother these fishermen that are going by me. So quiet. They can probably hear every word I say, and they're about 100 yards away from me here. Let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, everybody. So glad you're here and joining me this morning, wherever you are in the world. And what a great time to be alive. There's never been a better time to be alive, that you can actually turn on a camera and live stream in real time anywhere in the world. Lately on my live streams, I've actually been connecting with people in other countries: Italy, Germany, South Korea, Russia, can you believe it or not, and India. I have a returning person from India who's been coming on the live stream at a regular basis, and I'm thinking of somebody from Pennsylvania. You know who you are if you're returning. Glad you're here. If not, if you just happen to be jumping in and out of the shorts feed, then subscribe to the channel. My channel is all about self-improvement, personal growth, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. If that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, subscribe to the channel. Join a community of progress. You will not be disappointed. I always give 100%. At least that's my intention, to create content that has some value to it that we can apply in our lives. And a lot of times I take heed to what I'm saying to you and I apply it to myself. And it's kind of a way of self-talk, self-affirmation. But as Jim Rohn said, years and years ago, Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. Just affirming, saying something over and over again is not enough. If we don't pair that with discipline effort, then you're being delusional to think that you're going to have positive results from just affirmations alone. This is part of the live stream today, everybody. We are enjoying the quiet. We are embracing the pauses in between the conversation lags, being comfortable with the space in between, something that I continually try to get better and better at as I'm having conversations with people, being comfortable with the pauses in between what I'm saying and what maybe someone else is saying that I'm conversing with. Sometimes the person we're talking to is mulling over or they're actually thinking about what we said, and yet we become uncomfortable with that pause, with the lack of conversation. But sometimes maybe we have said something that we need to let the other person really sit with. Maybe they really need to process that before we jump in and feel that we have to fill every space with sound or something to say. Hey, everybody, Cliff Yates. I know that people are jumping in and out of the shorts feed. That's one of the reasons why I like to go live in the vertical format of YouTube. I know YouTube pushes these vertical feeds out to the shorts feed when I'm live, so I know people are jumping in and out. A lot of the people that watch shorts are going to come across my content and think, who the hell is this crazy bastard? And if that's the case with you, please, before you go, hit the subscribe button. Costs you nothing, and it means a lot to the channel, helps me grow a community of progress. That's what I'm all about. If you're in any way, shape, or form interested in content that has really a focus on self-improvement, our personal growth, individually, what we can do, what we have total control over, our thoughts, feelings, and actions, then my channel might have value for you. And I ask you, hit the subscribe button. Join the community of progress. We can fellowship and collaborate together and how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. That's some powerful stuff. If we'll use it, if we'll take some disciplined efforts. For every disciplined effort, there is a multitude of rewards. Believe me, it's a sowing and reaping kind of thing. And if you haven't already, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Take action. Fortune favors the bold. That's for sure. Let's see how many thousands of people that we can have a positive impact this great Tuesday morning, August 25th. It's amazing here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Normally, August, the whole damn month is usually pretty hot, sunny. Even though it is becoming the end of summer, it doesn't usually have the fall feel that we've had for the past, oh man, it's been a good week or so. It's been really feeling like fall. The last 2 days, heavy rain almost all day long. Kind of that fall feeling in the air. Kind of the cool, brisk mornings, 57, 58 degrees, although we've had some pretty comfortable days later in the day, or, 73, 74. But at least in August, usually some really, really hot days. And I haven't felt any hot days in a couple weeks. Maybe it's only been about 10 days. All right, everybody, I'm so glad you're checking in here with the Cliff Yates channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, Always going to be positive content, intentionally meant to help all of us self-improve, grow personally, how we can have a positive impact on other people, because there is no greater joy than positively impacting another person in a positive way. If that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, then you are in the right place. Maybe God has guided your steps in this direction. If you're returning, sorry, I can't see your comments right now. I decided to take it outside. Take it to nature, if you will. Take it so that you realize I actually am on an island. This is no AI generated bullshit. It's actually real life, real time. And it's a real live stream with there's no green screen. There's no blue screen. It's actually me in real time, in real life, truly talking to you. No AI generated BS. There is no script. There's no teleprompter, no notes, and I'm not reading from a book. So the mistakes stay in. Sometimes I stumble, sometimes I fumble, but isn't that what we're all searching for? Some real, authentic content from actually a real live person? Then you found the right place. Everybody subscribe to the channel. Glad you're here. You're in the right place. Morning Coffee with Cliff, asking a question. How can I better serve you today? And that's what I'm mulling over in my mind, and that's why I'm trying to think of maybe some content that will inspire you to live your life uniquely. Because as much as you are like all other humans, you are definitely unique as a person. You have greatness that is unique to you alone and nobody else. I'll tell you a way that we can live life uniquely, very simply. Do something different. You know what? Take a different way to school. Take a different way to work. Drive a different way home. You may even have to research that. You may even have to look on the map. What is a different way I can go here? I've always gone this way, taken this street, this road, in this direction. And today I'm going to do something a little bit different. And you know what? That may seem a little weird. I've tried it, and it seems weird internally, like this is not the way I'm supposed to be going. Sometimes it feels not right, even though we know we're going to get to the same destination. Sometimes taking a different route, a different road. But I'll tell you what it does. It gives you a different perspective, even to the way you normally go. When you return going your normal method, your normal route of traffic, your normal route of travel, you're going to say, yeah, I am back to the normal way I go here, but it still seems a little bit different. Why? Because you're going to have a different perspective. It's like seeing the same thing, but from a different angle, a different perspective. And sometimes that just makes our whole experience new again, even though we're going to the same place. We've gone for years, months. It gives us a fresh, new look at the same thing. I'm telling you, try it. There's all sorts of different ways that we can try to live life uniquely. And I'll tell you what, that's a great way to refresh your energy, your vitality, your vigor, your enthusiasm by trying something a different way. I was listening to Bob Proctor the other day, who was in the movie The Secret. And this is something that I had done. I did it for a few weeks. He's talking about every day for 365 days. Every day he wrote something with his left hand. He's right-handed. And for a few weeks, I was writing some of my affirmations down. I started using my right hand. I'm left-handed. And wow, was it a struggle. I had to really concentrate on trying to write it in a way that I could still read it. And I got out of that habit. You know what? I'm going to do that for 1 year. I'm going to write it down so that 365 days, even if it's one sentence only, I'm going to write something with my offhand. It's kind of weird when you start engaging the brain in a different way, just from writing something with your offhand, how it engages and it ignites different dendrites. It rewires your brain in a way. It's like brainwashing your brain to do something differently. It's sending signals on a different neural pathway. And sometimes that's all we need to start thinking differently in all ways of our life, right? By trying one thing in a different way, a different hand, a different angle, can kind of jumpstart us in trying all sorts of different ways of living our life more uniquely. And listen, if you've been around the year wise, maybe a little bit as long as I have, 69, hard to believe that I just had my 69th birthday. Now, the bad part of that means I'm in my 70th year. Yeah, I just had my 69th birthday, and so we can trick ourselves into thinking, oh, I've only been alive 69 years, but actually I'm in my 70th year. Crazy. But I come to you today with the wisdom and lessons from 69 years, but I have the enthusiasm, the ambition, the physical fitness of someone 29, and you can do the same. Now, I don't care where you are in your journey. You can turn it around. You can get to the next step. You can start making the improvements you need to make starting today. Forget yesterday, unless you're bringing lessons and wisdom with you into this next year. The mistakes, sadness, regret you can leave behind. You can forget it. Forgive yourself of those. Going forward, making the proper steps, decisions, and actions. It's an easy thing to do if you'll do it. Requires discipline, effort, intentional thinking, doing, saying, repeating. But you have the power within you. It's self-improvement, personal growth. That means you have the power to take the actions you need to take, to make the changes you need to take. You can do it. I have more faith in you than you do in yourself. If I believe you can do it, then why couldn't you believe that you can do it? And you can. You can be true to yourself. If you're going to have freedom, you need to be free to be who you actually are. Not the you someone else thinks you should be, not the you your family thinks you should be, but you need to be who you know you should be. And the only way to do that is to really know yourself. So you really got to know who you are to have true freedom, to be who you need to be. You can have true freedom by choosing your thoughts, choosing your actions, and you're going to have total control mostly over your outside circumstances and results. Isn't that exciting? I'll tell you what, I get excited just thinking about it, just talking about it, just sharing these thoughts and ideas with you. Gets me moving, gets me rolling, gets me excited for the day, to take on the day, not just get through the day, but to take from the day lessons and such great little gems that are going to come to me, if not from nature, but from the thoughts that I'm going to create in my own head and share with other people, or maybe who I'm going to be in contact with today. Who knows what kind of gifts that God is going to bring to my feet today, but I'm going to be there when the opportunities arise to take hold, to take control of those, and be of an attitude of gratitude that you can do the same thing is an exciting way to live. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I'm almost regretful, but I'm not, because I turned on the camera and I did the live stream that I almost didn't do today. I almost said, well, not today. Maybe I should mull over what I'm going to think and talk about tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll plan for tomorrow instead of doing it today. But no, I said, do the thing and you shall have the power. Don't mull over what you want to talk about. Don't overanalyze. Don't get into an analysis of paralysis where you're overthinking to the point where you're not doing. It's the doing that's going to create the wisdom, the great results in our lives. It's by doing, maybe making the mistakes, making the errors, and learning from those mistakes and adjusting along the way. Get that damn sailboat untied and leave the safe harbor. Yeah, sometimes we get into the wrong mindset of better safe than sorry. No, not better safe than sorry. Get out there, get out amongst them, get into life and live it, even if this day finds me alone on an island, enjoying nature, God's gift to all of us. I am alone here on the island today, but I'm not lonely. That's a great concept to embrace in your philosophical journey, to know that it's okay to be alone, and that doesn't necessarily mean lonely. I'm in contact with people daily, weekly, monthly. I'm excited about a compelling new future that I have going for me, especially with new relationships that are forming even as I speak today. Some people I'm going to contact today, maybe they be in real time, in real life, but I have the power to call. I have the power to FaceTime. I have the power to write a letter. I have the power to write an email. I have a power to send a video message to connect with people in a real personal way. And I will take those actions because of what I talked about earlier. For every disciplined effort, multitude rewards. It's a real factual thing that I've come to know, enjoy, embrace, repeat, and share with other people. No greater joy than having a positive impact on somebody else. I've come to embrace that joy, and you can do the same. And I would encourage you to do it. If you haven't already, start right now from where you're at. You might be asking the wrong question. How could I have a positive impact on somebody else? How could I do the right thing in the right way for the right reason? I'm just this. I'm just here. I'm just who I am. Don't ever say that again. Never talk out loud or in your own head negatively about yourself, not even in a joking manner. Bruce Lee said that on a TV show. Never talk negatively about yourself, even in a joking manner, not in your own head and not out loud. Always be self-encouraging first to yourself. Remember, we will never outperform our self-image, how we see ourselves. And we can always enhance, enlarge our self-image. It can always get to the next level. As a matter of fact, no matter where you are in your life, indwelled within you is that feeling, can I do more? Could I become more? You may have already achieved great things, some amazing things in your life. And it's good to take those wins, to reflect on those things, to enjoy the wins, to celebrate for a moment. And then we have to move along. We got to move on. We have more great things, more great moments, more great relationships, more great times, great loves and friendships in our future. If you can fog up a mirror, you're still in the game of life. Keep playing. Don't stop. Somebody mentioned some scripture. I believe it was in Proverbs. Was it 24? The righteous man or woman will fall down 7 times, but get up again. 7 is a number that is used to say always or totally. In other words, the righteous person will always fall down, but will always get back up again. That's the hero's journey. We're going to get knocked down. I am too. But I'm going to get back up again. And so aren't you. Welcome to a great life, you and I. Morning coffee with Cliff, everybody. So glad you're here. You're in the right place. Every day, in every way, I try to get better than yesterday. That's the mission. And I try to share a thought, idea, a philosophy that might help other people. Sometimes I get that feedback. Sometimes somebody sends a message. Cliff, what you said hit me here. And I decided to take some action. I made a video a couple weeks ago. And after I made that video, I thought, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. I made a video a couple weeks ago. It got like 25 views, and I thought, 25 views? What kind of impact was that going to have? 25 views? I put a lot into that video. I edited it, made sure it had good sound, had a good message. And I was ruminating negatively about the views that I got. And then I got a personal message. Cliff, thanks for making that video. That was a kick in the ass that I needed. I got off the couch and I got into the gym, Cliff. Thank you once again. Wow. Sometimes it only takes one. The power of one. Sometimes just impacting one other person in a positive way sets in motion things we can't even imagine. Sometimes it might seem small. Oh, that didn't make a difference. That compliment that I gave that person, I know it was real, authentic, but it probably seemed strange coming from me, a stranger. Maybe it didn't have any impact on them. No, it wasn't strange, and it had an impact, believe me. Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we don't know the impact that we've had on other people. Sometimes we don't get the feedback. Sometimes we don't get the thank you. We don't get the encouraging word, but let's face it, we don't need it. We know in our hearts, we know intellectually, we know putting that out into the world persistently, not just once in a while, not just maybe, always, constantly, consistently, putting out a positive message. It's not always easy. It's very simple to do. We are having a positive impact, not just on other people, but more importantly, when you do that on a consistent basis, you're having a positive impact on yourself. When I share positive messages, positive philosophical ideas, and disciplines that I'm doing, when I turn on the camera and share these things, I'm having a positive impact, number one, on myself. I'm hearing that message. I hear it out loud. I write it down. I see it. I say it. I experience it. And sometimes that's the only person you need to affect in a positive way. So if you intently go out there today with the intention of having a positive impact on another person, I'm going to tell you once and for all, a definite thing that's happening is you are having a positive impact on yourself. And isn't that the number one thing that has to happen for us to have a great life going forward from today? Intend on positively impacting outside someone else. And the side effect is going to be a positive impact on your own self, your own self-image. For every discipline, effort, multitude, reward. I guarantee it. It's a sowing and reaping concept that cannot be changed. It's one of the natural laws. We can't change the rising, setting of the sun, the phases of the moon, the tides that go in and the tides that come out. But once we learn to recognize seasons and patterns such as these, we can work with nature to create a great life. I can't change the tides, but I know a rising tide raises all boats. That's a concept that you can apply to your life and the way you think and act. Never have bad thoughts or animosity for someone else's good fortune, because it's not a zero-sum game. Someone else's success does not take away from your ability to have success. Life is abundant. Don't go to the ocean of possibilities with a teaspoon. Go with a dump truck. It's available to all of us. We have the ability to live life more abundantly. God wants us to live life more abundantly, but unfortunately for a lot of us, we don't recognize that it's a choice. God knew the only way that I can have a relationship with people, the only way that I can have true love from human beings to me, is if they have a choice. If they choose to love, then it's real. Forced love is not real love. And we can take that example in our own relationships. If we choose to love one another, that's true love. If you try to force it, you try to push it, you'll push it away, you'll force it away, and you won't attract it. Giving freedom to someone else and encouraging their growth is going to attract love to you. You can't give away what you don't have. If you have love, you can give that away. The more you give, the more you're going to get. The law of compensation is real, not just sometimes, not once in a while, always, if you will recognize it and use it. Recognizing patterns, recognizing seasons is the key to success in life. It's in the planting in the spring that gives us a harvest in the fall. If you plant in the winter, you starve. We had to recognize seasons and patterns so that we could thrive and survive. And the same is true today. God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. All of life is going to pass away, but the Word of God will continue. Recognize these patterns. If you're in the winter of your life, in a winter season of your life, maybe it's a harsh winter, but know this in your mind. Winter never follows winter. If you're in a winter in your life, maybe it's a harsh winter. Spring's coming, baby, because you know the seasons. You're smart enough to know. You recognize patterns and seasons. And now you can bank on it. You can plan your life around it. I'm so glad you stopped in here today. Those of you who are still with me, I embrace you. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, leave me a comment. I'm not watching in real time the comments, so I'm not interacting in the chat. But I wanted to turn the camera today to the outside world, where I'm actually at. When I'm in my makeshift studio, a lot of times I'm talking in my makeshift island podcast studio, so you can't see where I'm actually at, even though I say, hey, I'm in my island. Well, now you see it. I'm in the St. Lawrence River, everybody. I'm in Chippewa Bay, New York. Cheers to you. For all my new subscribers, you're in the right place. Glad you're here. Oh, it's so good to get outside. Yesterday was just a rainy, harsh winter day. I say winter. Well, it was cold. It was about 62 degrees yesterday was the high. Maybe a little warmer, but it rained pretty much all day. Actually, I had a break in the morning between 8 o'clock and noon. That's when I got off the island. I went to the gym, went to the grocery store. God, you gave me a window to get all those things done. And by the time I got back here to the island, shortly thereafter, the rain began to come down in torrential sheets. But I had a window in the morning and I took advantage of it. Let me know in the chat where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I will look at the chat and the comments. Glad you're here. I like going live in the vertical format of YouTube on my morning rants because it shows up in the short